This is Tovia's 5-inch handheld chainsaw, and it's a wonderful tool for cutting branches. Very safe and very effective when used properly. One question is, how do you change the chain? So I'm going to show you how easy it is to change the chain. First of all, I make sure that the battery is away from the tool and not connected so it doesn't accidentally start and cause injury. So now I'm going to remove the retaining nut. And that's really all it takes to remove the chain. We pull back the guard and lift it off. It's as simple as that. Then we remove the chain from the bar. Now, I've marked on here the direction of the saw so that when we put the new saw chain back on, you'll be able to see how it cuts. Another important thing to do is to check this pulley in the nose to make sure that it's turning freely. This is what keeps the chain on the bar as it goes around this corner. Also, check the groove to make sure that it's clear of debris. This is where the chain rides, inside that groove. All right, now we're ready to put the new chain on. First thing to note is this is the adjusting screw to adjust the chain tension, and it adjusts where the pin pulls or pushes on the bar. So it's important to make sure that that the bar sets on top of that pin, and I'll show you that in a minute. This is the hole that fits on top of that pin. So we're going to adjust that to make sure that it's in the right place before we tighten down the retaining nut. Here's our new chain. And one thing to check is the direction that it's going to run in. The sharp part is the angled part. I don't know if you can see that, but this is the sharp part of the chain, and this is what does the cutting as it goes around. So this is the direction of the cut. Now, for ease of understanding, I've marked the direction that the chain runs on the bar so we can see that the chain and the bar are in the same direction. Now I'm going to hold it down here to keep the chain on the bar as I put it into place on the saw. And all we need to do now is to put the chain around the drive gear. Lift the debris bar. It is important to make sure that that chain stays in the track on the bar. And now, as we were saying before, this is the pin, this is the adjustment pin, and that hole has to sit over top of that adjustment pin. Now, to make sure that it's all functioning properly before we put it back together, we just run it a little bit by hand, and it's all running very smoothly. So now it's time to put the retaining nut back on. And we check the direction of travel again. and it is running smoothly. This is also a very good time to oil the chain before you go back to work. I've taken an old salad dressing bottle here because it has a nice nozzle on it. And with some oil in it, we can just oil the chain, and especially that gear along the nose of the bar, and make sure it's well lubricated. And now we've put the battery back in. Press the power button, the safety, double click to start it, and all is working fine. And the new chain is in order, is in place, and it's ready to cut.